Today is Thursday, June 25th, 2020. Um, so, tomorrow, it doesn't seem like, like somebody gave me enough money. I'm not going to disclose because, it seemed like everything been used against me, you know. So, it was just enough money for me to have, sorry, I'm out of breath I don't know why, for no reason. Just enough money for me to have like 3 more nights in a hotel that was cheaper than the one downtown. And it was cheaper than the one downtown. It was just enough for 3 nights in the hotel, plus a little bit of food for me to eat. And today I was so depressed. Even yesterday, I had been feeling depressed, like very depressed and scared. I've been feeling depressed and scared, and tomorrow, gonna have to face the streets again. At least I got some work out of the way. It took me 3 hours to write chapter 2 of my book yesterday. And I'm going to try to work on chapter 3 today. And it helped boost my confidence that at least 2 people said that they like my books and that I'm a good writer. So thanks for that, and thanks for the few little people. Some people prefer it not to be. Some people have told me that they wish to not be made public. Who they are and what they did for me and stuff. They would rather. I guess they're trying to do right by God by keeping their good deeds a secret. So that they're trying to follow God in the Bible. So I respect their the fact that they said that they don't want me to tell how much money they gave me, or if for them to, from and who they are, but I'll just say this: the person who gave me a certain amount of money and told me I can do whatever I want with it, and it's like, well, I was had no choice but to do what I need with it and survive trying to, so I really didn't spend or couldn't spend anything luxury or desirable really on the money that the person gave to me, so I just some people might call this luxury, but not in my predicament that I'm in, and in the times that we're in. Somebody try to go be homeless for 48 hours on the streets during this coronavirus time. There's a video on YouTube, A Plain Truth mirrored the video from somebody else where the homeless people, and I experienced that in Pensacola, was mainly the mainstream fast food like McDonald's, Burger King, Popeyes and stuff, that you can't have anything. Like, I know definitely the Wendy's by Pensacola State College campus, I know for a fact their Wendy's, if you can't go through the drive-through, then you can't go and eat there. You know, and it's with a lot of fast food. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So, out in California somewhere, it's like no car, no food. And then in that video, the lady was helping out the homeless people. And because she wasn't 501c3, she said she had been feeding them for 2 years, and now they try to force her to quit helping, you know, giving bags to the homeless people, bags of food to the homeless people. You know, so I can't work in a normal setting in life, employment-wise, if there's a coworker next to me clicking their pen or making the clicking noise with the gum, or, you know, blaring loud music from their, or loud TV, loud videos from their phone and stuff like that. You do distracting stuff like that, but I'm the one who has the problem. But, I mean, loud noises is excruciating pain, physical pain to my ears without you having to touch or put your hands on me. And it's been like that since I was almost 17 years old, you know, just before my 17th birthday. And as I said, I don't know if I'm microchipped. So lately has been a moments where everybody try to run over me with their vehicles again. And you know, the few restaurants that I've gone by since being here, it's like, they're just as bad or if not worse than Pensacola. Well, Pensacola restaurants, they try to, if they say that the charge is $13.25 and you give them $15, they try to keep your whole $15 rather than giving you $1.75 back. You know, or they'll give you $1 back and act like as if they welcome themselves to a tip that, you know, and then they get an attitude and make it like it's no big deal for you to ask. I mean, they act like as if you're making a big deal and being petty by trying to ask for your $1.75 back. So they do kind of the same thing here in Mobile, Alabama, but I've had it happen to me a few times in Pensacola and Los Angeles and a little bit in New Orleans, where you go out to eat to a restaurant or even fast food, and they ask you if you want cheese or if you want something like that, and I'd be like, well, how much is the cheese? Do you want cheese? You know, like this young boy at the Jimmy John's place in New Orleans, close to Canal Street. It's not on Canal Street, but off Canal Street. And the boy was like, you want cheese? I said, well, how much extra is the cheese? It's asking you if you want cheese. And then him and his co-workers all bully, harass, and laugh at me. And then I tried to call and make a complaint. The next day, the so-called manager tried to lie and say there was nothing she can do about it. But, you know, back in the 80s and 90s, if you treated customers like that, you were fired from your job instantly. But it seemed like these bastards get promoted to manager, like the very next day after you reported them, you wonder how the hell they're the manager. Or if they're doing you something and then everybody acts like everybody is the manager. Or nobody wants to fess up to who's the manager is, the site games that they want to play. You know, so yesterday, you know, I went to the Asian restaurant and I got enough money. I mean, I got enough food for breakfast. I mean, not breakfast, because they already have continental breakfast here. I was meant to say lunch and dinner. I went to try to get food. And the girl asked me, do you want fried rice, regular white steamed rice, or do you want some noodles? And I said, well, I want the fried rice. Well, I didn't notice that she secretly charged me an extra $2. And I said, well, wait a minute. You didn't tell me that that you know, you didn't tell me that it cost two extra dollars for the fried rice. And so then she said, she got an attitude saying, it's on the menu. And then the white girls at the other restaurant downtown, I think it was Sunday. But let me finish this story. So the girl had done, an Asian girl now, she did this hand sign and she did that hand sign at 2 different times. But other than that, she was fake nice. But then after that, she did what she did. And it seemed like almost every time since being here in Mobile, Alabama, it seemed like almost every time I go and try to eat somewhere at a restaurant or something, the police officer, there's at least a minimum of one police officer sitting down eating. And it's like the police officer or different cops will be there before I'm there. And it's like I'm trying to practice to not be fearful of the sight of cops. Especially when I know I've committed no major crime. Why the hell should I walk around being fearful of them? Especially if they're the criminals in uniform, So yesterday was 3 police officers, came in shortly after I did. And it's like, wow, if me and that girl would have got into an altercation, something would have happened, So, on Sunday, I think it was, I went to this place to eat, and the girl charged me extra money. I don't remember how much the cheese, like $1.50 for a slice of cheese. And I said, well, you didn't tell me, you didn't warn me, or you didn't tell me that, the cheese was extra. And then she said with an attitude, it was on the menu, it was seeming like it must be like hidden somewhere. But I heard how they play games like with the gang stalkers. I heard that they show the targeted individual a certain manufactured menu just for you, and then later on they'll show you another menu that's different. Like when me and Janet were in the we went to the Waffle House in Tallahassee, and when we went to the Waffle House in Tallahassee, and they charged me $15 for that bag of waffle mix when the paper said 8. And I tried to ask why, and then the guy got an attitude with me, and then he went back and then he tried to lie and say that was the wrong price, and he just fucked over me really bad, And that's that waffle mix from Waffle House that I couldn't even use because I had to leave it behind at Janet's place, and so it's like if Janet wouldn't have, I don't even know. It's just making me so mad, So, I mean, Sunday, the situation with the girl and the cheese situation, they charged a whole $1. I mean, I wasn't gonna pay. I wouldn't have willingly paid $1.50 for a slice of cheese. And I mean, she asked me if I wanted it, and I thought I remember seeing that it was. And I'm like, wait a minute, I thought cheese comes on there, And so then the girl acting like she was trying to take all the rest of my change, and she acting like as if I owe her more money for a tip, and then acting like she thought she had the authority of the manager by trying to tell me when I asked could I stay and charge my phone, and she tried to say, oh, we can't just let you sit in here like that, and you can't sit in here all night. And then she humbled herself and been like, well, let me go ask the manager. Bitch, you don't make that fucking decision. Just like Monday, I think it was, when I went to the gas station and bought a couple of things, and I tried to ask for quarters for laundry since they didn't have any here, and the lady got an attitude and said, I'm only going to do this one time. Just this one time. And I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, I'm not even from here. And I don't even know if I'll come back to this gas station again. So, why? What you mean you're only going to do this? Let me do it just this one time to get quarters. And so then I went back like a couple of days ago, and the girl that was working, she said that she didn't even like that lady, and I said, excuse me, she said that she didn't even like that lady, and she said that that lady talking to me like that. She said that that lady is not the supervisor or the boss, but she said that that lady just acts like that anywhere, you know. So when I was in Los Angeles at the 99-cent store, Westlake MacArthur Park, they had this Mexican guy, and he was way younger than me, and he thought he was the new guy, and I had to deal with that too, even at the Bodacious place and quite a few other places, how somebody's the new employee who acts like they think they have the authority of the manager when they're not the manager, and you're new, and you think you have the authority to just make decisions like that. You know, that made me want to choke people when they try to freaking act like that, you know. And then they'd be young as hell, you know. And I'm 36 years old. So, also, yeah, I mentioned about yesterday people trying to run over me with their vehicles, and also black men and white men doing stuff like looking down at their phone while speeding, and have funny headlights or one headlight, and looking down at their phone with the phone aimed up at me. Like, pretend this is the phone, and then like this while they're driving. And so then this morning I went down to breakfast, and they have a very shitty breakfast, but I just put up with it so I won't have to go out and pay for, you know, to eat breakfast, you know. But anyway, the girl got ghetto and got an attitude with me, and then she started clicking her pen, a black female, and she started clicking her pen, and then she went to go and grab the syrup, and then she had attitude with me, and then after she got the syrup out of the storage room or the kitchen or whatever, then she started increasing her pen clicking, and something in me thought she looked like the type of person that would be part of the Order of the Eastern Star. Something just looked Masonic about her. But, you know, it's like, damn, they got me in this hotel already. And she had an attitude and was clicking her pen like really fast, and I felt triggered and upset for at least 3 hours with my ears hurting, you know. So, I guess that's all I can remember. I wanted to talk about what happened between yesterday and today. And, yeah, I feel a sad farewell that I'm going to have to be gone tomorrow. I mean, unless somebody else can help me out, you know. But I have to hear lectures about how I should go out in the woods and stuff like that. Well, if you tell me, stay off the streets and no women should be on the streets, what make you think a woman should be in the woods? You know, I don't have a car, and I don't have the skills to just go out in the woods. You know, I'll be the type of person who would die of starvation or die of poisoning because of accident. I mean, I've done some research on, you know, some survival skills and prepping and stuff, but I don't have the tools or the money or the, you know, I don't have a vehicle to get out there, and I don't know which location to go to, where to go, you know. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in a while. Bye.